guys had a fantastic Christmas because I had a wonderful time. Anytime you can spend time with your family and just have that quality time and celebrate the true meaning of Christmas, it's a fantastic Christmas. What I wanted to talk to you guys about today was, I don't know, remember when we were kids and we always were so excited to get that one particular toy that we had our eyes on, and we had all our fingers crossed, and we were saying our prayers before we went to bed and said, please, I would love to have this toy. Well, that was your girl. I had my fingers crossed, but I know every single year my family knows that what do I need? As always, I need a planner. Yep, I need a planner every single year because every year I map out how my garden and everything is going to look. So they purchased me this cute little planner. Look at it, it has all the plants and stuff on it. It has the year 2024 on it. And then inside of it, it has a it has stickers that I could put on the pages. And I have the dates here. I have a nice calendar where I can write everything I need as I'm going to be planting my plants this year. So I was so excited to get this planner. Woo! Out of all the gifts I received, this planner was the best gift ever. And I'm telling you, I'm like a true gardener child, because I was like, when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I got my planner. Yes. Thank you. So that got me all motivated. And that same day, child, let me tell you what I did. That same day, your girl went and got the Baker Creek catalog, because you know I'm still waiting for this tomato right here. I am like, woo! I started looking through here and trying to see all the things that I want to grow this season. And I made my list. So I am going to share this list with you guys and let you know what I will be growing in the year 2024. Are you guys ready for it? I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. I know you guys are just excited as I am about getting your planners, getting your lists together, getting your designs together, getting all that together, because you know you're getting excited like I am. Even though winter hasn't hit yet, but them cold temperatures have, child. So I decided I'm going to, well, I have 20 on this list, but you know, as the season gets closer, and I'm roaming around, and then I go into the garden centers and I see them, that shelf full of seeds. You know, this 20 is going to get a little bit higher. So let me show you what I'm deciding that I want to grow this season. Number one is I want to grow some okra, because I didn't grow okra this season because I had so much okra in my freezer. So we are almost depleted that stash. So girl, gotta get out there and grow some more okra. And I can't wait to grow the okra because I love that okra flower. If you have never grown okra before, sometime, child, you just got to grow it for the flower, because that flower is breathtaking. If I can find a picture, I will put it somewhere in this video, all right? So the second thing I'm going to do is my lettuce. I already got some lettuce out there growing there, but I want to try to grow a bigger volume of lettuce. And I know I got to deal with them, that little crazy white cabbage moth or butterfly. So I think I'm going to put a netting over my raised beds that's going to have my lettuce, because me and that butterfly go toe to toe every spring on a few of my crops. That's why I grow majority of my brassicas and lettuce and stuff like that in the fall, because I don't have to deal about that butterfly. Woo! Child, you know what the butterfly I'm talking about? Put your hands up and say, Renee, girl, we with you on that crazy butterfly to be flying around. We think it's so pretty, but that's just deceiving. That butterfly is up to no good. So when you see that white butterfly, don't say, oh, it looks so cute. Go after that. Put on your warrior call. Ooh, I'm coming for you, butterfly. Get out of my garden and go for it. I hate that butterfly. And then number 3 is going to be carrots. I tried to grow carrots. So that's another one. Remember, my first number 1 thing is chamomile. That I'm on the struggle bus for that one. But the second thing I'm most struggling with is carrots. So I am going to grow a lots of carrots, because I brought me one of those vacuum sealer machines. So I'm hoping that this season coming up in 2024, that your girl will be able to grow lots and lots of carrots, and I'll be able to vacuum seal them and put them in the freezer, so I won't have to go to the grocery store and buy carrots. Next thing, I'm on the kale wagon. Remember I said I was going to try to do kale, so I'm going to try the dinosaur kale, and then I'm going to just try the curly kale. I'm going to try. All right, and the next thing, you know I always grow tomatoes every single year, so that is because I grew a lot because I made my spaghetti sauce and I made my salsa and all that. So I need my tomatoes. And then I'm going to grow my onions, my onion sets that I had. They were were dehydrating the tops. But I ordered some of my onions from Dixondale Farm. So I'm getting like an assortment of onions. And I tried them many moons ago, and I put them in my raised bed. This time, where my bell pepper lane was, right up against that retaining wall that I have up there, out there in my garden, I'm going to put my onions there. I'm going to amend that soil like I always do, and then I'm going to put them onions there, and we're going to see how well they do in ground versus putting them in my raised bed. And maybe that'll stop them critters from coming that way, because I'm hoping that the aroma will be so pungent that they won't want to come over there, or they'll just not come at all. That's what I'm hoping for. They won't come back, and they'll leave my garden forever, at least for the growing season. All right, so number 7. Child, you know I'm going to have number 7, because number 7 is my bell peppers. Child, bell pepper lane will come alive again. And I'm going to do the sweet bell peppers. I'm going to do the sweet peppers. And I'm going to do some hot peppers, because I want to do some more cayenne peppers, because I want to make some more of that cayenne red pepper flakes. Oh, because I did not grow enough of those. I only grew 1 bush of that, and I should have grew like maybe 3 bushes. So I'm going to pump up my game for the cayenne hot peppers. And you know I'm going to have my Cubanelle peppers, because okay. Let me just tell you this. If you haven't tried to grow a Cubanelle pepper, OMG. That Cubanelle pepper, first of all, is beautiful. Bright red, it looks plastic, it's a showstopper, and it's sweet, and every gardener should have a Cubanelle pepper in their garden somewhere, because just looking at that bad boy, and it gets really, really big. You hear me? Big. I love it. Cubanelle, telling you, you should put Cubanelle pepper in your garden. You will not be disappointed. Trust me on this one. All right, and then I'm going to do spinach, because I love spinach. So I'm going to grow a lot of that. Potatoes, of course. My harvest for potatoes were but I'm going to try to do better this season. And I'm going to do beans, because my beans, they showed out. They came ready to play, and I got a succession planting, so I got 2 plantings of my beans out there, my burgundy raised beds. They did phenomenal. So I'm going to put, instead of growing them in those raised beds, I'm looking out my window if that's where you wonder where I'm looking. Instead of putting them in my raised bed, I'm going to kick them over to another side of my raised bed where it has like this wooden trellis. But I think I'm going to have to buy something to attach to that wooden trellis, because it's like a pergola that's built onto my house, and I think I need something that the beans will be able to attach to and then climb up there, and then I can walk up to like a wall of beans, and that will be beautiful. So I'll show you when I go out there where I'm going to put those beans at. Then I'm going to do my sugar snap peas, because it seems like I never, ever, ever grow enough of sugar snap peas, because the animals get to the peas before I do. So this year I'm going to try to grow at least 2 or 3 containers of sugar snap peas, so I can at least get a few. I think this season, I think I only got a total of 5. You hear me? 5. 5 peas is all I was able to get. And child, those peas are so sweet. You guys know, because I know every gardener has grown sugar snap peas, and they are good for a nice little treat when you're out there in the garden to refuel yourself. All right, so celery, you know I'm going to do that pink celery that I brought from Baker Creek. So I'm going to be planting that. I'm going to be doing the fennel. Cantaloupe, I got 1 cantaloupe this season, and it was delicious, but I want to try to grow more, and I'm going to have to find a better location to put that cantaloupe, because where it was, I didn't even know it was there because it fell behind the pot, and I was cleaning weeds, and I was like, what's this vine? And I started pulling that vine, and next thing you know, boop, there was a cantaloupe. So I have to get better on how to put my cantaloupe in a better location. Parsnips, I don't think I've ever grown parsnips before, but I know what they look like, and everybody raves about parsnips, so this will be my first time I've ever grown parsnips, so y'all say a prayer for me. Woo! But they look so delicious. So I'm going to do squash, because I love squash, and I think this season I think I only got 2 squash, because I put them in a pot, and I think that's when Chunky was out there. That's probably why he got so chunky. Chunky was out there eating my my squash, and I'm going to do butternut squash, because they did really well over there in the Memorial Garden, the Green Garden. So I'm going to be planting more of those, because I'm the only one that eats those, but I love butternut squash. Gonna do zucchini, because I love to make zucchini bread. I just love sauteed zucchini mixed with onions and squash. I just love all that. Thinking about that just making the girl hungry. All right, and then the last and final thing is I am going to do a honeydew melon. I've only received, I think, 1 or 2 honeydew melons, but I am determined that I want to get some honeydew melons, because I love honeydew melons. Me and my husband's the only one that eat those, but I love honeydew melons. And this is what I was thinking, you guys. Not sure, but when I take you outside, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I want to grow a watermelon. I've had sugar babies that I grew in my raised beds, but it was okay. They didn't get as big as they want because they couldn't vine out. But there's a location on my slope hill that the only thing that really grows out there is my tulips and my corbels. So, and it's just dirt, just soil, just nothing else but some boxwoods. And I thought maybe I would just plant a couple of watermelon plants on that slope hill, and then they can just run wild, and maybe I can get a watermelon. But the only thing that is kind of like making me not want to plant the watermelon is because, you know, I got the little wigglies over here. And if I make that saturated with all those watermelon vines, I'm thinking that maybe I could have a lot of those creepy crawlers. So let's go see. Let me go show you what area. This is the area where I was talking about. This is a planter right here that I have my broccoli in. And this is where I thought I would plant the beans. And then I put something up on this railing right here in order for the beans to catch on. I'll remove this decorative, these whimsy little butterfly and flower, little tin, little plaques and stuff I have up here. But I think this would be a perfect section for growing my pole beans, because this planter right here is long enough to where I can plant the beans in, and then they can just attach themselves to the netting or something that I can find to put up against that, and that'd be a perfect section. All right, let's go over to where I want to plant the watermelon. This section is what I'm talking about. You see I have all this soil, this area that usually just has like my tulips and my corbels. I think this would be a perfect area to plant some watermelon, this whole area right here, and just let the vines just run. Like I said before, I was concerned about, you know, the creepy crawlers, but I think it depends on how bad I want a watermelon. If I want a watermelon really bad, then I will just go ahead and try it and see what happens. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and try and see what the outcome will be. And then, you know, if you don't try, then you won't know if it's going to be successful or not. So, so I'm going to give it a try. And this is down here is where my bell pepper lane was. All this area right here, all the way down that section. This is where I'm going to amend this area really well. And this is where I'm going to plant my, excuse me, my onions that I purchased from Dixondale's. Right here is where they're going to go. This whole strip of soil, this planting bed right here. So I'm excited about that because, you know, your girl has been wanting to grow some onions, and I am going to do my best to make that happen. So I just want to come out here and show you exactly where the onions are going to go, where my potential watermelon is going to go, and also I'll swing past this way slowly, and this is where my beans will go, because last year I had my beans in this bed right here. But you know, sometimes you got to change it up because you can't keep planting everything in the same location all the time. All right, guys, I'm going to end this video here. So stay tuned for that beautiful, beautiful okra flower at the end. All right, guys, take care.